Hello, welcome to part 6 of Let's Play Super Mario RPG. In the last part we started going through the sewers, but we didn't really get too far, so yeah, that's what we're going to be doing in this part, exploring the sewers. So straight away there, you want to come here just to get that flower. I always kind of forget that they do actually increase your flower points overall by 1, so I always think they just regenerate them, which I don't think they actually do at all. So yeah. I think I mentioned this in the last part, but there's actually one very small specific route that you're meant to take to get through here, so yeah, everything you're going to see in this part pretty much, apart from towards the end, is going to be optional stuff that you don't have to do at all. But I would highly recommend actually going round and exploring and seeing what there is, although you don't want to explore every single part of this place, and I'll explain why in a bit. So the main enemy of this sewer is the rat funk, which I don't know why they're called that. I guess they're cool, funky. They're funky rats. I mean, they're rats. Rats aren't funky. They're horrible. They're vermin by name. So, yeah, one thing they can actually do at the start of the battle, they can either run away or poison you, and poison will actually decrease your health HP throughout the battle, but don't worry, because at the end of the battle you won't stay poisoned like in Pokemon. You actually get rid of the poison, so you shouldn't worry too much about actually getting poisoned. If you are worried about getting poisoned, you can do something that I didn't do, is if you remember back in the shop in Mushroom Kingdom, there was actually a pin that you could equip that meant you couldn't get poisoned, which I would definitely recommend using, because I didn't use it and I'm a bit of an idiot. I don't know, I just didn't equip it, I just kind of forgot, I guess. But yeah, you should definitely equip it, person watching, if you're playing along or thinking of playing. It's obvious, you know, if you have something that makes you immune to poison, you should use it, you know, that's common sense right there. So this little thing here where there's actually little rat funks dancing around, so obviously because Mario's actually secretly evil and hates everyone, we're going to kill them all using invincibility. I think you do actually get XP for each one you kill, like back in when you killed the K9s in Bandit's Way, was it? I think? Yeah, so that's pretty cool, it's worth doing. Something else that you don't really have to do, but if you go the way I went, you actually find that place. There's so much of this place you could miss. I'm sure I actually did miss some, or don't show it anyway, because there is actually one infamous boss fight that I believe is impossible. I'm going to try and find its name, but pretty much you're walking along, you know, la la la, having a good time, and then bam, you do actually get hit by this impossible boss. I think it's actually meant to be impossible. It's a bit like one in Paper Mario that was also impossible. God, that was hard because it was impossible. That's why it was really hard. Let's have a look. I'm going to try and find it because I swear. Yeah, pretty much it's an item block. But if you hit the item block, then this creature actually will come out of it and attack you. But it doesn't seem to actually. It seems to be really hard to kill, and I don't know if there is any way to kill it. Oh, here we go. Pandorite is its name. And let's have a look at some stats here. It has 300 HP. Oh, so it's not impossible to kill. I attacked it, and actually it felt like it was impossible to kill. I really don't know. I don't know. Yeah, if you actually do kill it, you get a flower jar, but like I said, it's really hard to kill. I would probably recommend you just coming back and finding it and killing it, rather than trying to attempt it now. There's no way you're going to be strong enough to actually take down something that's 300 HP, and it knows flame and flame wall, and it's really good. It just kills you so quickly. So yeah, definitely come back to do that, because you get the true form pin. What the hell is the true form pin? Sorry, I'm just looking at stuff here. Oh, you can buy that in a shop, so okay, don't worry about that. So there's actually a few other enemies, as you've probably noticed by now, not just rat funks and evil boxes that try to eat you. There's also ghosts, which are pretty simple, but most ghosts actually will drop an item called pure water, and if you use pure water, you will scare away that ghost from the battle. I believe you don't get the XP for killing it, but you will scare it from battle, so if you're a bit weak and you don't know what's going on, you can then scare it away. And the route I'm showing you now, this is the proper route that you're meant to go. It's not that well hidden, so you shouldn't worry too much about actually finding it, but yeah, you can save so much time by just going this way. Because this is like the second pipe you come out of, I think. So if you just head this way, this is the way to go, you know. If you're trying to burn through this game and you don't really care about XP and extra stuff, then yeah, this is just go this way and you go straight to the exit, really. It makes this massive big maze a super short maze, which is kind of good for experienced players if they know what they're doing, so... I should probably look up what... okay, yeah, hobgoblins have an attack that will put your characters to sleep. I don't think I needed to explain that, as you saw it on screen, and as you saw he dropped a pure water, which we can use to scare away ghosts. The problem with this whole bit, or doing this little jump, is that because the controls aren't perfect, it is kind of hard to actually do. You're going to want to be careful there. So here's me thinking I should probably heal because I'm really low on health, and then I realised I couldn't heal because I don't have any mushrooms. And one thing you're going to want to be careful with is that switch. That switch will send you flying out and send you all the way back to the beginning, and I was like, oh god, I have to go all the way through that thing again. But you don't. I think the whole point is that you're meant to be lost in the whole maze for like ages, and then once you find the right way to go, it's like, okay, cool. Then you can use the spring to leave the house and do a little trick. I think I mentioned this trick before. I'm really not too sure. But yeah, if you actually leave, go to the world map and go all the way back to the first area, you can go to, not this place, I didn't want to go to this place at all. Keep going, you can go, keep going. I know where I'm going, Mario's pad. And whenever I see Mario's pad, I always see Mario's iPad. I don't know why. But yeah, you can actually go all the way back here and fully heal. If you go here, press A to hit the light, you will go to bed. Which is nice. And yeah, you can actually do this at any point in the game. Don't be afraid to just leave the area, go to the world map screen and then go around and actually find Mario's pad. Because there's no consequence for moving to each world. I did actually find out, you know I mentioned about chapters before? I did actually find out there is a prologue, and then World 1, World 2, World 3, World 4, and etc, etc, so I was sort of right anyway, so that's cool. Right, so now we are fully healed up, and I know the exact route to go. We're going to get out of this place. What you actually have, well, yeah, you go all the way along here. I don't think I was talking about this bit when I was doing it, so go along here, then you go up here, so then you go over there, then you do this, and it's all very complicated. Good thing I have a video. See, goddamn controls. Mario is renowned for jumping, and I can't control his little feet. Yeah, I cut out that battle because we've already seen it, but for whatever reason I didn't cut out this battle. I don't think we saw it before, so... I don't know... Yeah, one thing you want to be aware of is that running into enemies is... Even though it's not random encounters, the enemies you will fight is random. It's not set. So once you go into an enemy, you could have like two... I could have had like 2 mice, or I could have had 2 hobgoblins and a rat, or something like that, you know, it could... They do just mix it up, so if you do go through the game doing everything exactly the same as me, you may not level up as quick as me, or as you may level up quicker than me, because you may encounter more enemies, and you may have a harder time because of that, so... And as you can see, yeah, here I might have got like 2 boos, but instead I got 3 boos. I kind of got a bit unlucky. It's kind of annoying. I was just trying to burn through and not lose any health, but of course I encounter a load of ghosts. Goddamn ghost. Let's have a look at those shadow creatures. Big boos are pretty self-explanatory. I don't really think I need to explain them. Here we go. Shadow, an undead enemy. Oh, they look creepy. Let's see their stats. Stats 85 HP, which seems a bit high. You've got to take these things with a pinch of salt, so got to be careful. Attack 24, defense, yeah, its defense is super low, so just attack it with normal attacks. Don't worry about using... Like, Thunderbolt is really good, but it will slowly become pretty bad. I found this. But at this stage, Thunderbolt is still good, but... Yeah, I'd recommend using physical attacks against this guy because of how low his defense is. I mean, that's really low. 5? That's nothing. Apparently his flower drop is lucky, which is what we saw in the very first part, and I still have not seen any lucky flowers being dropped at all. That is like the first and only time I've ever seen those lucky things, so that's kind of crazy. As you notice, yeah, sorry about this, but this is a shorter part. You're going to notice in this LP it's going to go like short part, long part, short part, long part, just because of certain boss battles and just how this game runs, really, you know, just what it's all about. Like sometimes you I just have to kind of cut it short for, you know, for the story's sake or something like that. So as you may notice, that switch actually drains the water so we can get through here, and just before you actually go to the next area or the exit, there is actually a save point and a block that you can hit, which will heal heal your health and your FP, which is kind of handy. Because yeah, so don't worry too much. You don't. I know I left this sewer and healed, but I wasn't aware there was actually a mushroom block that would heal me. So that was me being dumb. Should have really checked. So yeah, not much to say about this battle really. The same enemies as before, and that boo dropped a defense up, so I think that's the first time we've seen one of those actually. I'm not going to explain what it does. It makes your defense go up. Although it's just during this battle, it's not going to continue doing that for the rest of the battle. Yeah, one thing that might be handy to do, although I'm not sure if it's possible, is to clear this area first of all enemies and then heal yourself, or heal yourself, or save, heal yourself, then quickly jump through the pipe. But awesome, Mario has leveled up to level 6, and he learned Super Jump, which it's not too great actually. Super Jump is okay, it's just not amazing. Super Jump is like normal jump, but you can just keep going. Like, so if you keep pressing like A or Y at the right point, you will keep jumping on an enemy, but it doesn't actually do that much damage, or not enough damage I think anyway, so you may like it, but I'm not a fan. Oh god, my thingy didn't change. Oh god. Sorry about that people, I swear I did make it change the level, but apparently not, so that will be fixed in the next part. You know, using sideburns is a learning sidebars, it's a learning process here, so yeah, I'll try not to make any errors like that again, but let's not dwell on it. So Mario is level 6 at this point, just so you know, just so you don't get confused with sidebars. So this is actually going to be our last fight of this part, because I didn't really want to have to do this fight anyway, but I guess now I'm doing it, you know, whatever. It's fine. Got another pure water. Pretty useless actually, pure waters. And yeah, this is the boss guy. This is the legendary creature that Malo mentioned in the last part. Unfortunately, we do not have time to fight it, so in the next part, I've been Honest on 23. In the next part, we will fight this boss. Goodbye.